All right, hey, how's everybody doing? All right, today's lesson we are going to do a step-by-step drawing. I'm not going to tell you what we're drawing, but you're going to follow me. You're going to draw everything that I draw on my paper. But first, we're going to learn 2 new art vocabulary words, okay? We're going to be drawing on paper that is 12 by 18 inches large. If I tell you to hold your paper this way, it's called landscape. Just like we landscape our yard. Landscape. Everybody say that. Good. Landscape. If I turn your paper this way, it's called portrait. Everybody say that. Good. This is portrait, landscape. Portrait, landscape. Say it with me. Portrait, landscape. Portrait, landscape. Very good. Now I want you to write your name and your class code on the back of your paper. And then I want you to turn it over because we never draw on the side that has our name on it. And you're going to turn your paper landscape, just like my paper is up here. Okay? Get your name, your class code written. Turn it over. Put it landscape. Everything I draw up here, you're going to draw on your paper. If I draw at the top of my paper in the middle, you draw on the top of your paper in the middle. If I draw down here, you draw down there. If I draw over here, you draw over there. If you get confused, make sure you look at my paper, not the person across from you, because you're going to be drawing opposite of what they're drawing. So make sure you look up here at mine. Okay, is everybody ready to go? Okay, good. Alrighty, the first thing I'm going to draw is part of the circle family. It's called an ellipse. Not lips like but ellipse. It's a squished circle, kind of looks like a pancake. Look up here. And my paper is the same size as yours, so try to draw as big as me. Draw lightly with your pencil in case you have to erase. I'm going to pick this up so you can see it. Everybody see that? Okay, it's close to the top of the page. It's kind of big. On each side of the ellipse, I'm going to draw a line that curves in a little bit and comes down. Just like that. No big hooks. Got that? Alright, now, the next part of this is kind of tricky. A lot of us will rest our wrist on the table while we're writing or while we're drawing. If you do that, you can't draw this next line. You have to pick that wrist up, and we're going to use our entire arm to draw this next line. It's a big line, and you have to use your whole arm. And it's rounded. It's one of our curved line families. I want you to watch me first, then you're going to draw. So put your pencils down. Everybody put your pencil down. Okay, good. All right, now watch. I'm going to start down here, not touching anything. I'm going to draw a line that curves up just a little bit and touches the bottom of that line. It's going to curve up and around. It's going to go down and over. It's going to touch there, and it's going to end right there. Anybody have an idea of what we're drawing? It's going to be a secret. All right, get that drawn. If there's anywhere on here that looks a little flat or it's straight, I want you to erase just that part, not all of it, just the part that you don't think looks right. Then fix that part. Don't erase the whole thing. I'm sure it looks fine. Okay? We have 3 more lines to draw. The first line is going to be curved, just like this line, but it's going to be inside here. It's going to start at the top here, and it's going to curve and come down to the middle at the bottom, just like that. Anybody have any ideas? If you guess pumpkin, you guess right. Good job. The second line, going to be on this side. It's going to follow this curved line. Don't get ahead of me. It's going to start up here, curve around, and come down here, close to that first line we just did. Now here's the trick. On this third line, it's going to be in the middle, but if you go straight down and make it a straight line, you're going to flatten out your pumpkin. We want our pumpkin to look nice and round and three-dimensional. So this third line is not as curved as these two, but it still has a little bit of a curve to it. Watch. You're going to start here, and we're going to extend this little line Curve it ever so slightly down to the middle of the pumpkin. To the middle of the bottom line. And there we have a nice round pumpkin. Now what I want you to do, if you're in my class, I want you to put your pencil away, and I want you to go and get a Sharpie. When you sit back down, you take the top off the Sharpie and you trace every pencil mark with a Sharpie. You put the top back on, and then you erase any pencil marks that you can still see. Then you put the Sharpie away, and you come find me, and I will give you more instructions. If you are drawing with me at some other school, you do whatever your teacher has planned for you to do with this pumpkin. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.